Let's start with Friday night. You were in Edmonton.
Yes.
On a family emergency, basically.
That's correct.
When did you first get an indication of how bad things were?
Really, I guess when I started phoning people from the organization, other board members, the assistant general manager, and nobody had heard anything at that point. I then contacted the Nipawin Hawks organization and talked to their president, and Darren shared with me that there was an accident. He explained that the bus had been hit by a semi, and that it was bad, very bad is how he put it, and he tried to give me updates as best he possibly could. And so at that point, as he started talking about what he knew, it was very clear that it was becoming my worst nightmare, and all of our worst nightmare.
You billeted one of these young players, and that instantly must have made you directly concerned about what happened to him.
I was concerned, I guess as the president of this organization, I was concerned for all our kids and our staff and our statistician and our media personality. I was concerned for everyone. Of course, I have a tighter, a different relationship because he was my billet son. But I had many of those kids who came to my home, and so I knew those kids, and on a different level than you just know because you're the president of the organization. And so it was extremely challenging. I mean, these are incredible young men, and it wasn't until later on that all of a sudden we started hearing who had passed away. Head coach and general manager who I had a very, very strong relationship with. Very, very hard time, obviously, and I think about our young statistician who, if you asked him about a basketball game or a football game 20 years ago or something, he knew all the statistics on it. I mean, he was just an incredible young mind that we had who passed away. Brody Heinz, Mark Cross, his mom and dad used to work for me, and incredible people. He grew up with my oldest son. They were extremely close friends. Just a very difficult time, and I hope never to ever have to relive something like that, because I'm going to relive this for the rest of my life. And we continue to pray for our athletes who are continuing to fight, and our Dana Bronze who's trying to who's obviously still in critical condition. So we care about, we're a family. This whole community, our fans and board and our staff and this city, we're a family. And I think being here, you get a sense that way that it's a very family-like atmosphere. And our family, we've had members of our family who are no longer here, and it's extremely hard.
Well, that gentleman came up before we did this interview and shook your hand and told you how impressed he was with how you've done it. It has been impressive under the worst kinds of conditions. So thank you very much for speaking with us.
Thank you very much, Ian.